Hey there. If you've been following me, you know that I am about positive change in your life. And sometimes that positive change means to change, to let go of what you've done in the past. I had a conversation just today with someone who was so animate about their past being really focusing on what they've become on this day. Yet they didn't quite see that if you keep hanging on to that as part of your story, what happened in my past, how I didn't do this, or how this happened to me during this place and time, and it just so happened that's what they were talking about. I lived in this country and this happened, and that's not where I wanted to be, and I can't believe that, so now I'm here, and yet here was still attached to where they were, and not clear on where they wanted to go. And we all can be in those cycles that go round and round and round. You know, it's the thought process that goes in our head. I can't do this. I should do this. I try doing this. I won't do that. Those kind of self-defeating words, just like our bodies listening and caving in instead of going, oh, yeah, let's see. How will that work? Let's step into that fear. Let's try this avenue. Or let's really find out what I'm so talented and passionate about, because it's been nudging me, it's been whispering, and I haven't done anything about it. Or I'm too afraid to take that step and move forward. It's why I offer 3 shamanic journeys that you can sign up and take with me. But more than that, it's why if you resonate with my voice, if you resonate with what I'm talking about and taking that step, I may be a little scared. I don't know if this is a right step. That's why I like a small bite as a way to take that step forward. And I'm not here to convince you. I'm really here to have you think about those patterns, those beliefs, those aspects of your life that have held you back from what you truly want to do. How do you want to fly? How do you want to live? You know, what is it you're looking for? So many times it's, well, I want freedom. But what does freedom really mean? And do you know how freedom feels in your body? Do you know where it lives in your body? I do. I know what that emotion is underneath that freedom. And it's pretty joyful once you find that. But I'll tell you, getting to that place where you're always learning, always growing, shifting, changing in this evolving world, open up to something new in your life, it's going to be messy. It's not always going to be easy, but it's going to be the most rewarding thing that you've ever done. You know, I had a conversation with my closest girlfriend this week, and in our conversation, I was saying, wow, are you listening to the people who are singing in the TV program American Idol? I don't go for the competition. I go to listen to these voices. I go to see these young people from 15 to, 28, that age group, their self-confidence grow, their voice grow, their determination and their desire. We all have desires in life. But do you have a fire? Does it ignite you? And she is a singer who jazz has always been her genre, and where she at this time in her life is not performing, but when she performed, it was jazz, and it was a lot of different private salons to clubs to restaurants and all over. And it was such a joy to watch her light up from the music that emanated out of her soul. And she said to me, you know, when I was a child, there wasn't any American Idol. There were few people that you looked up to. And in jazz, it may have been Billie Holiday, except that her tragic life and end wasn't the best place to go. But there was Ella Fitzgerald, she said, and I loved her music and I love listening to her jazz. But no one ever said, you can do this. No one told me I could be that singer, that I could perform on stage. It was always what she was told was, this is what you're supposed to do. And she's a little bit older than I am. So for her, what it was supposed to do was get married, stay at home, raise children. Yeah, maybe you have to go to work, but your house and your husband is the most important thing. And I get what she has to say. Our life, and for me, my life is a lot of what I thought I was supposed to do. And yet I imagine something more, something greater. And that's what I'm doing right now as I'm speaking to you. I enjoy speaking to you. I enjoy teaching others. But if I get back to her journey, one of the things that she said was the pot of women in particular that she could look at to emulate was so small. She says it's like that 4-minute mile. How many runners never thought they would be able to run that 4-minute mile until one said, I can do it. And from that one came the next, the next, the next, the next, right? And on and on and on. And that's what over this 20 years, I guess this program's been on, has done. It has not only inspired people to stand up and say, I can do that. I can sing. I have this desire. I know I can be the next American Idol. I know that I can win The Voice. I know that I can win America's Got Talent, British has Got Talent, whatever talent show is out there. They know that they are going to take that chance. They're going to find that courage within them. They're not going to let the nerves override them. They put their shoulders back, head held high, and they're going to belt it out, right? Because somebody else already ran that 4-minute mile. Somebody else from a little town in Oklahoma said, that's what I want to do. And her mama said, okay, we're going to take you to do that. She went from that little bitty town to winning this competition to even larger, and that's Carrie Underwood. So you have a desire inside of you. What's holding you back? Don't you know where that 4-minute mile has been broken? Don't you know that there are others right now evolving and changing and opening their minds to something new in this world? You're not alone. There are many of us who are here to help support you along the way. It takes time to invest in yourself. It takes the practice of singing over and over and over and over again to develop that muscle of your voice to be able to sing with that confidence, that clarity, that new perspective of what you've got going on in life. And it's stepping up. It's like going out on the stage. No matter what, you go out and you do it. And when you're done, you sit back and rest and go, okay, all right, I'm ready for the next day. I'm ready for the next time. It's like, why do you think I come on and make these little videos? So I can hear myself talk? No. I want you to know that you do it over and over again. So until I say I'm here over and over again, you might not be leaning in and going, tell me more. I'm hearing this. I'm listening. I'm feeling it here. But maybe you are. And you just need the courage to reach out. You need the courage to just say, I am ready to invest in myself. I am worth investing in myself. I know that there is something more in life than what I'm experiencing it right now. I am bold enough to stand in my own integrity on my own 2 feet and be the change that Gandhi always talked about. Be the change in the world. And the world does not mean this whole big globe, because he was not known throughout the globe in his lifetime, but it is that ripple effect of the work that he did in such a peaceful way that changed his everyday life and the everyday life of other people, which changed other people and other and other and other and other. That's what we do. We don't change that huge, big machine somewhere that's outside of us. We start here and start listening inside of us. We start hearing what it is that we have to offer in this world. And that's what I do. I hold the space, but it's up to you to make the decision, to make the choice. So thank you for stopping in. And hey, if you stuck with it, maybe there's something more that you need to do in your life. Like I said, just reach out.